4 very short poems about dirt. 4 of them. Shut up! In the calm of those moments between, a child, smelling of ozone and damp soil, watched her father nurse a bush of roses. It never became what it should have, he said. She pulled up a weed, asked, "But why would you plant something so bad?" Then stopped to bury her thumbs. He cut off a dead piece and sighed, "Not everything is beautiful. Some things you don't learn until later." He continued his pruning, and she went back to pulling dandelions, but left the roots behind. Her garments, freshly laundered, have not a place to dry. On honey-colored mornings, she says, and in those of every hue, I would hang them in your garden to perhaps pick up the scent of your warm brown back, bent to worship each flowering gift growing naked beneath your breath. They touch gently, softly, and speak in looks. Tell me, he says, about those bulbs coming back from the dead in your garden. They plunge their fingers in to feel roots and new divisions, but their fingernails are so clean. A child asks, do worms have souls? And it has to be said that if anyone does, it must be those wriggling things that swallow down shit and waste in all the parts of our lives we've forgotten and deliver up earth for us to start again. Does heaven keep a cache of them waiting to fill the newly divided? He's been cutting earthworms in two, fancies himself a godly multiplier. She who has looked on unfamiliar scars of a grown child and thought, you've lived the life of a stranger who was once inside my skin. She who has felt the pulse of a lover beating stronger than her own in her core, who has felt her own heart sing in her fingertips, hasn't the heart to tell him that even earthworms have only one heart and gut. I have to tell you before I start that this poem would not exist if I didn't listen to the podcast called Radiolab. You should listen to it. It is really good. I'm carrying around a pocket full of letters I forgot to send. I can't remember where I left my keys or her name or what I was just saying. You tell me of a man called Mr. Mystery. Sorry, Mr. Memory even, who gave up journalism to perform for crowds like a circus freak. His senses are tangled in knots of synesthesia. He can see colors of voices and smells of words, says the number 2 is a high-spirited woman. And those twisted senses never let go. He's never lost a memory. A walking experiment in brain stuffing. He can remember every word he's ever heard spoken, every smile for him or a stranger, every time he's received exact change. Numbers and numbers and numbers forever that all build up in the mind. Imagine the reminder that even that lightning bite burn of an almost kiss is something you've felt before. Your lover's smile swimming untethered in a sea of faces of strangers. Imagine, oh, that one on October the 8th was so much better. It's in forgetting that we find meaning, that simple, excruciating madness of this moment that I will someday forget. So I look into your face, although I already know it, and forget that even the things that I tell you with my eyes can be misheard. It's the movement of heat through skin to skin, fingertips tracing nose bridge and cheekbones and eyelashes, your honey-warm lips speaking poetry, and my heart's whisper, please, let me